good morning, and welcome to Thursday, the 14th of May. All right, now I feel like I'm in a weird position now. So just, there we go. Okay. Oh, all right, good morning. I am awake, but not quite present at the moment. All right, so we have the moon in Aries. All right, so how did everybody go yesterday with the Aries moon? I definitely felt more inclined to do things after 11:30, I think it was, but the moon moved into Aries at 10. So it took a bit of time to work things up, but we have the moon now, like I said, in Aries, and it is past Saturn. So if you felt like you're on a trudgy mission, or things were just sort of like, oh my God, this is just too much, that has passed. We are now, however, um, after 9, the moon starts its conjunction to Chiron. So I was talking about this one yesterday as well. So, because I think ultimately it was like, I have an empty cup and I can, you eventually sort of felt into the reality and the reason of that. And then once you get that awareness, then here's where we move towards that. Well, how am I going to make it happen without feeling wounded all the time? You know, what's the resolve? What's the resolution in this? So maybe that's why I wrote, does it feel like you're on a questionable mission? Life has changed a lot lately, and our values have also changed with them. So here's where I change the words. All right. So keep looking for the reason of your discontent. The further you go into the shadows, the more extraordinary the answers will be when they come. Follow your heart and it will lead the way. I'm going to continue to say this, follow your senses and your physical reality a lot. Obviously, the sun is in Taurus, which is all about our senses. Venus ruled feely. So, yes. Let me just click the buttons and see who is here, or click this button and go like that. And then go, hello, good morning, Heather and Alicia, how are you? Good morning, DG. Hello, Karen, you were tired yesterday afternoon. Kath, how are you? So nice to see you. Yeah, I was in bed last night quite early as well, Karen. I was very fatigued. Although I got to the point where, when your eyes and your nose starts to run and you're like, I'm so tired. But it was only 7 o'clock and it was like, I can't go to bed yet. So I had a second wind and then I got back into the yeah, I think I was still in bed by 8:30. So all right, anyway. All right, let's have a look at the moon today. All right, so this moon in Aries. Now it's square Jupiter, and that is going to be exact at 10 p.m. All right, so it's the moon is square Jupiter all day. What does this mean? Don't overpromise. All right, Jupiter's like, I need to go bigger and better and vaster, very gassy. Sometimes you just got to think of Jupiter as the gassy giant. He just spouts words that, yes, the Aries moon might be like, yeah, I can do that. But at some point, we've got to realize that Mars is in a very vulnerable position right now. It is close to its conjunction to Chiron. And I've been saying that, all our Mars energy might just need a hug. I just had a quick look at the aspects, and it said that, we could be having some hard psychological issues coming up for us, or maybe something that we've previously dealt with, that we thought we got on top of might just be rearing its head a little bit to sort of say, you didn't get all of the infection, like, again, we're thinking of that wound. All right, and the Mars Chiron battle analogy is just perfect, because sometimes you're going to have to change the bandages and keep trying to clear that old infection out of a wound. All right, so there is still a lot of psychological things to be worked on, and the fact that the sun is in its, because like Sun Mercury conjunction, our reality and our thoughts are working together as one. So now, in addition, the sun is now coming up to its conjunction to Uranus. All right, so that has only just started. I think it might have been like after 10 or 11 o'clock yesterday. So yeah, so life could look like there's bright, sparkly projections in the future. That's not quite the right way to say it, but you know what I mean. The you can see shiny things in the future, and it might feel good. But again, that's just the sun. I am all over the place today. Yes, I am. All right, so I'll go back to the moon. Shiny thing. Don't overpromise. All right. So especially if you are feeling tired, like I said, the Aries moon might be like, yeah, let's go, and Jupiter being all like, yeah, of course I can do that. But that moon square Jupiter says, maybe like promise a third of what you think you can do, and then it's a bonus if you can get more done. So again, just reduce the amount of load on your plate, and then once you finish what's on your plate, then you can go back for seconds. That's a good way to put it. All right. Now, after 6, actually, you know what? I think that might be after 9 p.m. You know what? That's right. Okay, I said after 9 the moon was conjunct Chiron, but I was wrong. Again, I did that yesterday so badly. It's actually after 9 p.m. I'm sorry. I've just got after 9, because it's after 6 that the moon starts to conjunct Mars and sextile Venus at the same time. So all day we only have that moon square Jupiter up until 6 p.m. when it starts to conjunct Mars and sextile Venus. Remember, Venus is being very compassionate to the cause at the moment. She might be like acting a little bit like Florence Nightingale. You know, she was the one that went and got the soldiers off the battlefield and fixed them up, and I think she was the first one that, or not the first one, but I suppose this is just in recorded history, that started to use hot water in battle settings to stave off infection, like making sure that people were washing their hands and stuff like that. I just remember that vaguely. Anyway, Venus, like I said, moon coming up to conjunct Mars and Venus sextile at the same time. So they're just like they're together. Good morning, Louise. So, and then after 9 p.m., we have that starting conjunction to Chiron. So that conjunction is actually at 10 a.m. on Friday. Anyway, we're feeling it. We're definitely feeling it. Hi, Christy. How are you? Good morning. All right, pretty much what I was saying, Christy and Louise, is for today, the moon in Aries wants to get all the things done, all right, but it's square Jupiter, which is saying, I can do all the things as well. So we are looking at our plate and we're only eating a third of what is on our plate, all right? We're not going to say we're going to do all the things. We're just going to do a couple things. And then when we get those couple things done, we can go back for seconds, but we're not going to promise the world and then have a nervous breakdown because we're not doing what we said we were going to do. We're just going to do a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. That's pretty much, you know, follow your heart. The more you go into the shadows, the realizations will come. It's not really, I mean, there's not really a lot of shadowy stuff, but I think it's more like, you know, we've been talking about those outer planets in that the mini grand trine. You know, the world is changing so rapidly. And like I said, our values are changing as well because we are questioning the narrative that is being fed to us so much. Like it's like, you know, we're not dumb. We've had the wool pull over our eyes so many times, and people are just like starting to sort of question and fight back. And so we freaking should. You know, like looking at like all of the tax this and the and we're going to cut this and we're going to implement that. It's never for us. You know, it's never for us. It's always for, you know, the people that don't actually have to pay tax and all that sort of stuff. Again, we're, you know, society, even the new virus that's coming out, people are like, you're not going to fucking lock us down. You know, you're not going to lock us down. The fuel crisis, you know, it seems to have petered out a little bit. You know, there was like, oh my God, we're all going to starve because there's no petrol. Um, well, that's not the case as drastically as what they said in the first place. So, again, gassy giants spouting off bullshit. Don't listen. All right, let's just draw a card because, like I said, I am a little bit all over the place, and I am going to Derby this morning to train, and then hopefully, Louise, I will, if you're available, I'll come and say good day to you as well. All right. Oh, this one. This one felt good. What is this one? Oh, the Hanged Man. I love this one. Have faith. And it's not just have faith. I know it's not just have faith. But when I think of this one, and I'm going back to Odin, all right? So Odin hung over the universal well of knowing for 3 days, and he was it that was that when he sacrificed his eye. He gave an eye to see, because there has to be some sort of exchange. However, like, what do you want to know? Like, is this where you, is the further you go into the shadows, the more extraordinary the answers and the realizations will come? Like, is there something that you know you have to do to get the answers? I suppose it's just like a weight loss journey. Like, you can be uncomfortable within your body and know that you've got to do something, right? But you also know that there's going to be a payoff. The discomfort that you go through is ultimately going to be the pride that you end up having in yourself. All right. There is pride, there's resilience, there's sacrifice. But the sacrifice that you're making is for the ultimate goal and good of yourself. I don't know. I feel like that's what I feel like on that one. That is card number 12. What does the little thingy say for that? It says, I lean into my inner world of limitless miracles, surrendering to the divine will of the cosmos. And yep, I like that. I like that. I just feel a whole lot at the moment is us, like I said earlier, feeling into our senses and letting that be our reality, letting that be our guiding light. All right. So how do you feel? How does that feel? I think that feels good. So I am going to go because, like I said, I'm off to Derby to go and do some Olympic lifting with Tash. And I'm a little bit excited about that one. So, and then Louise, I will message you right now and we will organize something as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, actually, this evening. I wonder if the Kazemi is at midnight, if you're up late, you could definitely do some sort of writing. I suppose it's sort of like a new moon wish list Kazemi sort of feel, because Sunday is the new moon. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you feel like writing? If you feel like writing late at night, that would be an okay time. If not, wait till Sunday, because it's at 6 a.m. on Sunday, the new moon. So we got time. Anyway, love you guys. I'm just rambling now. Hope you all have a fabulous day.